Hello everyone, it's Andy T here. I just thought I'd have a chat to you about this spreadsheet. It's recording data from my SolarPV system, which was installed in 2011. The panels on the roof are ZN Shine 195 watts panels, and there's 20 of them, so I've got 3.9 kilowatt peak on a south facing roof at 30 degrees pitch with no shading. So these figures are up to the 18th of December 2020, and the red boxes with stars beside them indicate that the previous year's figures are zeroed because of the heat battery was not in use. Let me explain what a heat battery is. Heat battery is a way of storing excess generation that the house hasn't used in salt. The salt, being a phase change material, changes from a solid to a liquid, and when you pass cold water through a heat exchanger which is surrounded by the phase change material, it imparts heat into the water and changes back from a liquid to a solid. So that preheated water goes through my combi boiler, and because the combi says, oh, this is already hot, it says, well, actually I don't need to heat it anymore. So it's a good way of saving excess generation that would have otherwise gone back to the grid. So you can see here, if you follow my cursor, here the exported number for last year it is a lot higher because obviously the heat battery wasn't in use. So there is, let me explain each of these columns. This is used column, what's been generated, what's been charged into the heat battery, what's been exported, and what's been imported. And this column here is heat battery, and it's discharged, how much is discharged. And obviously a charge to a discharge, there is a difference, because you can't have something that's 100% efficient in this format. So there's about an 87% efficiency rating on the heat battery, and that allows for things like water pipes, etc., which are not good holders of heat. Obviously they let heat go until it gets to the tap. We then have two columns here for carbon in kilograms, how much is being released and how much is being saved. So overall you can see that my house has a carbon efficiency from this system of 62%. Now if we go to the next slide down, then we can see a second system which I had installed last year in October. So it's just literally gone through its first year, and here we can see that this is a much smaller system. It's on it's only 2.4 kilowatt peak. It's on an east facing roof, and it's got 50% shading. So what does these figures mean, and what is it showing me? When I got this system, I wasn't sure of the size of battery that I needed, so I decided just to have one 2.4 kilowatt lithium ion battery as a starting point, and then once I'd gone through a year I could see how much it benefited me, and to see whether or not I could have actually put a larger battery in. So now you can see through, if you look at the shoulder months, is from up here there's quite a high proportion of self-use, 83, 73, 75, and then when you go down to December, 92, 87, 87, 78. So in from from April through till August, I had an excess that was flowing back to the grid, and it's this particular period that I want to address in the next phase when I put another battery on. So I've got an excess here that I can utilize by putting in this extra battery. Now that will help in the shoulder months as well, but obviously it just depends how much the sun shines. So this gives you a real nice overview of how the system has performed in this first year. Okay, hope you enjoyed this, and wishing you all a very Merry Christmas. Bye for now.